Hello, traders. FS Pepperletter here. Today is Tuesday. It is March 5th. So, hello, good afternoon, maybe good morning, good evening, depending on where you are. Thanks for coming to my live stream. I really do appreciate the support. Sorry, the last couple of weeks I haven't done it. I did get into a motorcycle accident 2 weeks ago, and which is why I didn't do my live stream. But I'm mostly recovered now, so back to my normal schedule, back to my normal YouTube videos, back to everything. So, definitely. Thanks for coming. And yeah, so I like to do these live streams because for me, it's really a way to kind of, spend some time, looking at things that people would like me to look at. I do the US dollar pairs, most of the US dollar pairs every single day, or at least every single weekday. But, during these live streams, I think it's a really good chance to look at things that people would like me to look at. So I'm going to definitely take requests. If you haven't done so already, definitely make sure you join my free Discord channel. Like I always say, my Discord channel is 100% free, and I'm really trying to build a community of like minded traders. This is my Discord channel right here. We currently have 4,713 members. Today it was a little bit quiet the last couple of days in my Discord channel, but it's really a very active community of traders. It is 100% free to join. You never have to pay a dime if you don't want to. I do offer a membership program, but like I always say, I mean, you can stay a free member for as long as you want. You can stay a free member the whole time, no problem at all. So definitely check out that Discord channel. It's 100% free to join. No obligations to pay a dime unless you are willing to join my membership, which comes with a trading course. Comes with a trading course. I do live streams every single weekday. I do London live streams, and I also do New York live streams at 7:30 a.m. UK time and at 1 p.m. UK time. So every single weekday I do live streams where we do live trading and it comes with a trading course and everything else. So if anybody is interested, the link for that is in the chats and in the description. So I would like to, like I said, I think we should get started. Um, I would like to take requests from the audience, and I would like to start off. We may as well start off with Sergi. Sergi is right here, first thing ready to go. And I think they were waiting for oil, WTI, and then also Bitcoin. So yeah, I'm just gonna start right off. Let's take requests right off the bat, no problem. Oh, look, Holden Hope, nice. I like that. There you go. I didn't even recognize you. There you go. Nice to see you, buddy. So yeah, let's just take requests. Like I said, it's kind of a good way to interact with the audience, a good way to say thank you to the audience, a good way to take requests. I didn't even recognize Yen Berry there. Holden Hope, that's a good one. So yeah, let's start off with oil because oil was first on the list. Now these white charts right here, these are the charts that I actually share with my Patreon members on a daily basis. You guys don't get a chance to see these charts normally, but when it comes to this full list of pairs right here, I analyze these pairs twice a day for my members, and we also take trades live, and we hear other people's opinions and everything else. So these charts are probably a little more accurate than my other charts. Well, not really accurate. The videos I make on YouTube, the charts are definitely accurate, but when things like oil, like videos that I don't actually make, these are definitely better. So I think oil is very likely to be in a cut set. I mean, if you're on the daily time frame, it is very, very clear that this is a downtrend of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think this move up right here that we're currently seeing is very, very likely to be a correction to this move down. I'm not really much of a channel guy, but when there is a very obvious channel, I definitely do put it on there. And this is definitely a very obvious channel. Now, I think it needs to take out the higher wave 4, which it kind of already did. I also think that it most likely needs to hit at least this 50% Fibonacci level. I mean, we do have a 38.2 Fibonacci extension bounce, as you can see, almost a perfect bounce right there. But I'm still bullish right now. I mean, it still hasn't been able to close below structure. So for me, I'm definitely still looking for longs in an uptrend for sure. So let's take it down to the 4 hour time frame. On the 4 hour time frame, price did go right down the structure, but it has not been able to close below structure. And the fact that price hasn't been able to close below structure tells me that I'm definitely still bullish. And honestly, if this makes an engulfing move to the upside and it goes up and takes out this structure, which is probably better seen on the 1 hour time frame. Wow, oil really pushed up hard today and then recovered big time. That must have been at the PMI news this afternoon or something. That was a big move. So oil did go up and break structure. So I would be watching this extremely closely to see if it makes a higher low, higher low, higher low. If it starts to turn back up, I would go long. I think there's a very good likelihood that it needs to go up and hit that Fibonacci level, which is up here a little bit. I think it needs to go up and touch this 50% fib level, so I'm definitely still bullish until proven otherwise. Now, this move down really looks like a trend. Makes me think that it is a wave A, so you definitely want to be a little bit careful on your first long because it may actually make some sort of a like move like this before it goes up. You know, it might try to make some sort of a three-way pattern like an ABC before it actually does continue the uptrend. Kind of like this over here. It went down for a trend, went up, and then went down, and then it continued the uptrend. So something like that probably is more likely to happen. But you know what? Oftentimes I say what I think is a way B. Like I think this could be a way B. Oftentimes I say what could be a way B ends up sometimes just continuing the uptrend. So if you do get a chance to go long, I probably would go long. But I would be cautious because if it just goes up here back to this previous high and then turns back down, that's a way B. And you definitely want to get out because at that point it's probably going to come back down, take these lows before it actually does go back up and make a more proper a, B, and C correctly, which that's supposed to be a way B. There we go, way B. So that's what I would expect to see on oil. Oh, so let me see here. Let's see. I think you had two requests, right? Yeah, Bitcoin, man. Bitcoin definitely surprised me. Oh, did it take that high today? Oh, it finally did too. Bitcoin made a new all-time high today. Wow, Bitcoin broke the previous high. What did it get up to? It got up to 69,379 roughly. That is amazing, honestly. I honestly did not expect this. Now, when that ETF, was it the ETF, whatever they call it, the ETF, I think they call it, came out, Bitcoin was right here when that came out. And I thought for sure Bitcoin was going to go down for a little while, even though there's a lot of money flowing into it. I thought it was actually going to go down, kind of stop everybody out, kind of frustrate everybody before it went up. But boy, that is one heck of a move right there. Bitcoin is a big, big move. Now you go to the weekly time frame, it is very clearly that this is a one, this is an ABC of two, and this is a big, big wave three. So basically, what that means is it's going to have to make a wave four and a wave five just to finish off this trend. Now, one thing you really have to notice if you know anything about Elliott wave, which hopefully if you're following my channel, you do know something about Elliott wave, but there is something called alternating waves. Now, a wave two, if a wave two is a very traditional ABC correction, which this wave two is a very traditional ABC correction, then most of the time the wave four is a more complex correction. Usually it's going to end up being like maybe an ABCDE or maybe a motor wave correction or some sort of a contracting or maybe even expanding triangle or something like that. And then another thing that Elliott wave says is when a wave two is very shallow, which this wave two will probably only went down to about 38% of the wave one, which means it was a very shallow correction. When a wave two is very shallow, usually the wave four is very deep. It's usually going to be a big move down. It's going to be deep and it's going to be violent and it's probably going to be complex. It might end up making like a WXY or something along those lines, like maybe something like this. So I do expect to see a pretty good pullback. And now that we broke those highs, I mean, it does seem to be like a really good place to end a wave three. I think it probably is going to go down. And maybe this top right here will become a bottom. This top will become a bottom for a wave four. That seems like it would be about the right size, maybe some sort of a WXY, some sort of a triangle, like a wedge or a triangle or something like that for a wave four. And then it's probably going to go back up for a wave five. It might not be that big though. It might be, quite a bit smaller than that. Maybe something like this. Top become a bottom, wave four, then probably back up for wave five. And honestly, with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and all the money that's flowing into cryptocurrency, I wouldn't be surprised if it did keep going up. I mean, a lot of people are saying crypto's going to get to 100,000 plus, and if you asked me, 4 or 5 years ago if I thought that, I would say no way in hell. But the way things have been going and all the money that's flowing flowing into cryptocurrency right now, especially Bitcoin, now with that EFT in, people can, hedge funds, not hedge funds, but pension funds, annuity funds, 401k funds, mutual funds, all these different kinds of big funds, big, big, big money funds are going to be able to buy crypto now. and use it as part of their portfolio. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of money flowing into Bitcoin. Now, on a more short-term basis, we definitely got to break a structure. I think the wave three probably is over at this point now, especially now that we took out that high. I think the wave three very likely is over. So what's that mean? That means that the wave three is probably over, and it's probably going to make a correction to the wave three. So let's get rid of this for now. Man, what a big move, huh? That wave two is way down there. Whew, big, big move. So now we got to put our Fibonacci retracement on the whole wave three because a wave four is a correction to the wave three. So we got to put our fib on the whole wave three. Oh, look at that. That lines up almost perfectly, actually. The 38% Fibonacci retracement lines up really well with this top right here, which I already said that top is probably going to very likely be a bottom. I think Bitcoin probably is going to make a pretty big dump. And I think it probably is going to be kind of a messy, complex, overlapping pattern. I mean, the first move down may be impulsive, but I bet it's going to make some sort of a triangle or maybe a WXY or something along those lines. It's probably going to make its way back down to here, 38%, right around 52,000. And then it probably will go back up and make another new all-time high, because a wave five normally does take out the high of wave three. So it probably will go back up and make a new all-time high. But, this is the 4 hour time frame, and I mean, this probably is going to take a while. I would expect it to be, at least April or so before that happens. And I think that Bitcoin halving is going on in April too. So, maybe that's a good time for the wave five to start is in April. So, yeah, man, that was one heck of a move right there. It definitely surprised me. I will be the first person to admit that I didn't think Bitcoin was just going to shoot up like that. I did think Bitcoin was going to go up, but I thought it was going to go down and kind of stop everybody out and kind of frustrate everybody. Everybody was buying right there, and I thought it was going to take everybody out, stop hunt everybody before it actually went up and made this big move. But boy, that was a heck of a move right there. That was a tremendous move. All right, so Bitcoin is over with. US dollar CAD. Yeah, we can look at the US dollar CAD. I definitely want to try to look at things that we don't look at on a regular basis. And boy, the dollar CAD, I definitely look at on a regular basis, but that's okay. If anybody has anything they would like me to look at, especially things that I don't look at on a regular basis, definitely put in the chats. I'd be more than happy to look at pretty much anything. I mean, I can look at stocks and crypto and pretty much anything you want. Uh, Definitely outside of Forex and commodities. Commodities and Forex is definitely my comfort zone. But I'll look at pretty much anything. I'll at least give it a try. So the US dollar CAD, I think it needs to take out the high of wave four, and I think it needs to touch the 61.8. It really does look like it's trying to top out right here. Now we do have Canadian news tomorrow too, I believe, right? We got Canadian CPI tomorrow. Yeah, that is tomorrow, Wednesday. We got Canadian CPI news at 2:45 UK time tomorrow, so that's going to be a pretty big deal for the CAD. I bet it's going to go up and hit that fib level. I bet this is going to be a flat right here because it kind of looks like three waves down, three waves up. I bet it's going to kind of drift down. And then I bet tomorrow's news is going to cause it to go up, touch this fib level, and then I bet it's going to start working its way down. So, I mean, I'm still bullish right now. Right now, I'm definitely still bullish, but it's getting close to being over, I think. And when I say close, maybe, maybe tomorrow even, possibly even tomorrow at the CPI, at the not CPI, right? It's yeah, interest rate. Sorry, rate statement. So Bank of Canada rate statement is tomorrow. So it probably is. I bet it's more likely it is going to drift down. It's probably going to take these lows, and then it's probably going to go up tomorrow, and that's going to be a wave four, and it's probably going to go up and make a wave five tomorrow at the news, I bet. And then after that, I think there's a pretty good chance that it will head down. I bet it's going to head south from there. So yeah, definitely. I think that's my best call on that one. Yeah, no problem. SRST, no problem. Let's see, pound dollar. We can look at pound dollar. I mean, we did have some PMI news this afternoon, which did cause it to go up pretty good. It's looking more and more confirmed every day that this really is the end of a correction, isn't it? I mean, this is very, very clearly. I mean, if you watch my videos, you probably already know this, but this is very clearly probably a one and a two. I still think there's a very good likelihood that over the coming weeks and months, this is going to make its way up in a wave three. Hopefully, that's what's going on. I mean, I really hope we're in a wave three. And boy, we had a nice little end of a crescent a couple days ago. This right here is very clearly a trend. This is very clearly higher highs, higher lows right there. This move down right here, that big impulsive move is, I think, a wave A. I think this is one, two, three waves up for a wave B. I think this is one, two, three, four, five, kind of six and seven, really, seven waves down for a wave C. And that trend right there for the wave C is very, very overlapping, which is common inside of a crescent, but really it's like an ending diagonal. Went right down to the 61.8, nice impulsive movement to the upside. So we can definitely get rid of this Fibonacci now. We don't need that there anymore. We got a lot of dollar news coming out this week too, as you'll probably notice. We got Powell talking tomorrow. We got job openings. We got a press conference for Canada tomorrow, which is nothing really. We also got this annual budget release for the pound. That's a pretty big deal. This is a non-farm payroll week. Non-farm payroll is on Friday. That's usually one of the probably top three, top four news events of the month right there. So we have a lot going on this week. We also got interest rates for the euro, press conference for the euro. We got Powell talking again on Thursday. So we definitely got a lot going on this week. That's for sure. Daylight savings time is coming up on Sunday too for the U.S. So I think Europe is 2 or 3 weeks behind. So that means there's only going to be 4 hours difference between the UK and the US. Is only going to be 4 hours difference, I believe, for a couple of weeks, which is good. A little easier for people in the US to get up for a London session when there's only 4 hours difference. That's for sure. I used to look forward to those 4 hour difference when I lived in the Eastern Standard Time Zone in the US. Definitely looked forward to that. That 1 hour makes a big difference. So I mean, overall, I'm definitely looking for longs. I mean, with this big move up that we had today, I mean, I don't know if I would want to go long now. It's probably more likely going to do something like this over the next, 24 hours or so. But overall, I'm definitely looking for longs. I think there's a good chance I might drift down for the rest of the day, but I'm definitely looking for longs in an uptrend. That is for sure. But definitely, definitely. US 30. Yeah, let's check that out. Boy, the stock markets have also been ripping lately, huh? There's a lot of elections going on this year. I mean, including obviously the U.S. election. Yeah, this is definitely still in an uptrend big time. This one's a little more convincing that it could be an irregular wave B. I was originally thinking that the S&P 500 was going to be an irregular wave B, like because this looks like a trend to me, even though it's very overlapping, and this actually does have a one, two, three wave to look to it. This I don't think it's over yet. I still think it needs to go up a little more, maybe to at least the $4,000 area, but at some point, I do think that the stock market is going to take a big dive. But for now, I would definitely be looking for longs. Oh wow, look at that on the 4 hour time frame. That's actually nice. I would put my Fibonacci retracement on the last impulsive move up, and I would be looking for longs. I would be looking for three waves down. I'd be looking for A, B, C corrections. I'd be looking for a Fibonacci bounce. And if I got that, a nice big engulfing move at a Fibonacci level, that would be my next long for the continuation of the uptrend. The S&P 500 and the US 30 has just been in a really, really big uptrend for quite some time now. So on the 1 hour time frame, I would want to see either a 3, 4, 5 shape with a break of structure like a double bottom. That would be a long for me. Or I want to see a big engulfing move to the upside and engulfs these previous candles. That would be a long for me. Or I want to see like a significant higher low, and that would be a long for me. So any of those scenarios really for me would be a long. And so I definitely would be watching pretty closely for that, for sure. Let's see. Hey, Hammy, how's it going today? Yeah, let's check out gold, huh? Gold has been on fire lately. It maybe is ending a wave three, but even that I can't even say for sure. Now, I think gold is in a wave three of wave three of wave three. Now that probably doesn't make sense to most people unless you're familiar with Elliott wave, but I definitely think it is a wave three of wave three of wave three. So before I look at gold, if anybody's just joining, definitely make sure you join my free Discord channel. It's 100% free to join. We have 4,713 members. I really want to build a community of traders helping traders. Trading is difficult, so the more help you can get, the more support you can get, the better. So definitely join my free channel, 100% free to join. So I think gold, I think this first push up is a one. I think this move down is a two, and I think we're in a wave three right now. My target on gold is actually 2550, I believe. Yeah, 2550. 61.8, 2540 is actually my target right there. I think that gold, it's going to take a while because this is a monthly and it's going to be lots of pullbacks on sort of time frames, but I think gold is eventually going to end up looking something like that. I'm pretty confident in it by the pattern that we're seeing, especially with how impulsive it is on the sort of time frames. So then you go down to like the daily time frame. This is the wave one that I was just showing you on the monthly. This is the big ABC of two that I showed you on the monthly. Now I think this is a subdivision. I think this is a one of three, a two of three, and this is a three of three. So that makes the wave three of three. Remember I said three of three of three? Well, this is the second wave three right here. This wave three right there. That's a wave three of wave three because the monthly is also a wave three. Then we take it down to about the 4 hour time frame. Now we see another wave three. We see a one, we see a two, and this is a wave three of three on the daily of three, which is the third wave three is on the monthly. So that was an extremely powerful move right there. And like I said, it's because we're in a wave three of three of three. I mean, that's a pretty big deal right there. I think that it could be over. My target was the 261.8, and we hit that today, like perfectly. I think that now we're probably more likely to go down a little bit to make a wave four before we go up and make a wave five, but I still don't think it's broken structure on the sort of time frames, has it? No, it still has a broken structure, so definitely not really that many opportunities to get in, honestly. I mean, it's definitely made some pullbacks. It's definitely made some nice three-way pullbacks, but really, I mean, there hasn't been that many opportunities to even get in this trend. And for me, until it breaks structure, which the most important structure level right now is right here, until it breaks that structure right there, this wave three is not even proven to be over. It possibly could just keep on going. I mean, especially with the fact that we're in a wave three of three of three on the longer time frames. That's a big deal. That is a really big deal. That is, whoops. So, yeah, let's see here. Let's go and look at the next person's request. Sorry about that. So, what do we got? Let's see. I made it to gold, S&P 500. We kind of already covered that, but we looked at the S&P. We looked at the US 30. S&P 500 is pretty much the same thing. Oh, it's a little bit deeper though, isn't it? Definitely a little bit deeper. It definitely made a deeper pullback than the US 30 for sure. Yeah. Oh, the US 30 is a little bit different. It's very, very similar, but now for me, this thing is in an uptrend until it breaks this structure right here. Until it breaks that structure, I am definitely a buyer. I would definitely be a buyer for sure. It does kind of look like it's turning though, doesn't it? Yeah, we're not really at a fib level, but it definitely looks like it's starting to turn. Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't count my tickets until they hatch, which means I wouldn't really go short until it broke structure to the downside, which it definitely hasn't done yet. Really, what I would be doing on the 4 hour time frame is I would be putting my Fibonacci retracement from here to here, and I would look to see if we get another reversal. Yeah, boy, that's a pretty strong move, though. I bet that is gonna turn. It probably is gonna break structure by the looks of it, but you never know on things like this. I mean, it looks pretty impulsive, but honestly, it could just keep going up pretty easily. So if I get a Fibonacci bounce, well, first of all, if it starts closing below the 78%, then that's it. If it closes below the 78, then it will probably take out the previous lows. But if it turns up right now and turns into an engulfing move, I would say the 61.8 is getting respected, and I would go long again. Like I said, you don't really want to counter trend trade this thing until it's proven to be over. This move down does kind of look more like it should be a wave A or a wave one, and that the next move up should be a crutch into that move down, like a wave B or a wave two, and then after that it should go down like a wave C or a wave three. It definitely looks like that's what should happen. But yeah, it honestly could just keep going up. So I would definitely be looking for longs for sure. Definitely looking for longs. Hey, Chrissy, how's it going? On the EU, I see. Yeah, I know. That's one of my favorite pairs too, honestly. I kind of have a little bit of a love-hate relationship with the EU, but it's definitely probably my most traded pair. I had a long on this thing for 3 weeks. I finally closed it today because I mean it was close enough to my take profit where I was like, yeah, I'm done with this thing. I had three longs. I had one from way back here. I had one from here, and I had one someplace else, like here, or someplace like that. I closed two of them. I think yesterday, right? Yeah, yesterday I closed two of them, and then the third one I was planning on letting it run, but I ended up closing it because the U.S. dollar I think is going to bounce around a lot until the non-farm payroll comes out on Friday. So I didn't really think that it was going to just keep going up like that. I mean, I think even though this move down looks like a trend, I think it probably is a wave two, and it probably is a wave one. And hopefully, this really is going to spend the next few weeks continuing up like that. I mean, it definitely seems like it should, for sure. So let's hope that that keeps on going up like that. It definitely seems to be like it should. Now, on the shorter time frames, though, now what's going to happen on the shorter time frames? That's the question. I mean, really, it kind of depends on what happens with the dollar. And especially when it comes to the EU, I mean, the dollar analysis is so important when it comes to the EU. And really, on all these dollar pairs, at least these six pairs, I am a big believer. If you know what the dollar index is doing, then you know what you should be doing on the dollar pairs. I really analyze the heck out of the dollar index because, like I said, if you know what the dollar index is doing, then you probably know what all the dollar pairs are doing also. So I would definitely say that this is a trend. It's probably either a wave A or a wave one. This move up right here looks very corrective. I think it's either a wave B or a wave two. Hopefully it's a one and a two. That's what I'm hoping. And hopefully it just keeps on going in a big old wave three. That's what I hope happens. I mean, obviously it's going to make pullbacks along the way, but I'm hoping it goes down for a wave three, but it definitely could be a wave C. If it is a wave C, then it might just go down, take out these lows, and then just go back up again like that. And maybe this is like an A of two. This is an ABC, like a B of two, and then it goes up for a wave C of two on the higher time frames. Now that brings us back to the EU. What's the EU doing? It's doing the same thing. This right here is obviously a trend, so this is obviously either an A or a one. I hope it's a wave one, and it definitely looks like a wave one. I think this is an ABC correction. It kind of missed the 50%, but it's definitely close enough for me to call a hit. I hope it's a wave two, and I believe it's a wave two, but it could be a wave B. I always try to look at both sides of the story, and I mean, I always try to look at, the bullish and the bearish version, the AB version and the 1-2 version. And hopefully it just keeps going up. Even if it is a wave C, I think it needs to take out these highs before it goes down. And honestly, I don't really think that's what's going to happen. Maybe when it takes out those highs, it'll make a pullback, but I think the trend is up, and I am thinking that it will continue up. So I think it is going to take out these highs. Even if it is a wave C, it should definitely take out those highs right there. Whether or not it's going to go up today, I mean, it's already 5:30 in the UK and it's 12:30 in the US. So I wouldn't really expect it to keep going up today. It's probably more likely to make some sort of a pullback before it actually does go up, which is good because that should give us an opportunity maybe tomorrow to get in for another long. But honestly, on the very short time frames, if you put your Fibonacci retracement on here and you get a nice Fibonacci bounce, you get a nice break of structure, I would go long again. I mean, it could possibly keep going up today. It for sure could keep going up. Yeah, exactly. Wave C should go to 100% Fibonacci extension of wave A, but that doesn't always happen. Wave C can go anywhere between 61.8 and 161.8 is kind of the max that it can go. So 61.8 is kind of the minimum that it should go, and 161.8 is kind of the max. So it could kind of go anywheres in between there. It doesn't really necessarily have to go to the 100%, but the 100% is definitely the most likely place for it to go most of the time for sure. Let's see. Change my background. Well, you don't like the background? You like the white background better? I definitely like the white background better, but I'm kind of colorblind, so that has a lot to do with it. I think I did a few surveys, and most people prefer black background for sure. Most people like black better. So I already did the pound. I already did gold. Let's check out the pound Aussie. I had to switch to this white black background when I look at any of the pairs that I don't analyze on a regular basis because the video the pairs that I don't make YouTube videos for, I don't have anything on. Like the US dollar Swiss, I don't have any labels on this at all. But if you go to the charts right here, these are the charts that I analyze twice a day for my Patreon members. And every single one of these pairs right here, I analyze twice a day for my members. And also, if anybody has any requests, I also will take requests from people too. If anybody has a request, I definitely do that too. So, pound Aussie, man. I am personally very, very bullish on the pound Aussie. I personally think it's going up in a big way. A lot of people in my group have different beliefs, but at least I personally think it's going up. Now you get down to a little bit of a sort of time frame, it started to turn down a little bit today. So that's actually good news for us because at the end of a pullback like this, I get to go long again. And that's what I want to do is I want to go long here. I want to go long there. I want to go long here. I want to go long here. And I want to go long here. So the fact that it's going down is actually really good news because that means maybe in a few days, like a few trading days or something, I can go long for the continuation of the uptrend again. Let me put this on the sort of time frames. There we go. So yeah, I mean, really, it's not even really making much of a pullback. It seems more likely that it would make a bigger pullback, at least something between 38 to 78%, make some sort of a more traditional pullback. But the trend is up on all the higher time frames. I definitely prefer um, longs. I don't think I personally wouldn't even try to go short. I mean, yeah, I do think there's a pretty good chance it could do that, but instead of going short, I would prefer to just wait patiently for the next long opportunity. But I mean, if you're trading the 1 hour time frame and below, I mean, it definitely did make a lower high right here. So I mean, you probably should be looking for shorts if you trade below the 1 hour time frame for sure. Definitely. Yeah, I'm with you. I know, Chrissy. Most people do prefer black, but I prefer white. I actually like the white way better because I'm colorblind and I do have a little bit of a. I mean, I can tell the difference between green and red, but I do have a little bit of a trouble sometimes telling the difference between green and red sometimes. So I do prefer white charts. Let's see, what are we at? Yo, dollar, we already did that. JP225. I just looked at that one yesterday for one of my Patreon members. That's definitely not a pair that I normally look at, but I definitely did just look at it the other day. Boy, it is in a big, big uptrend, which makes sense because yen pairs have been in a big uptrend also. So when the yen is down, the stock market is up, just like when the dollar is down, the stock market's up in the US too. So it's a big uptrend. I mean, really, there ain't nothing on the higher time frames. There ain't really nothing else to say besides that. It looks like a wave one. It looks like a wave two. It looks like a wave three. Yeah, I'm not a scalper. That's the only thing, though. If you join my membership, I do not scalp. I do day trade a little bit on the dollar pairs. I definitely do, sometimes get in trades that I hold for, a couple hours, maybe 8 hours, but I am not a scalper. I am a swing trader all day long for sure. So this definitely looks like a 1, 2, 3. And is the wave three over? Who knows? There's definitely no breaker structure. There's definitely no lower high. There's definitely um, no reason to say that this wave three is over. I guess really, if you wanted to know if the wave three is over, you could put your Fibonacci extension on there and see where we're at with the extension. We're at the 223. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's over, though. That's for sure. I like to get rid of all the levels that have already gone because it keeps your chart a lot cleaner. Yeah, definitely looks like a 1, 2, 3 on the daily for sure. Now I'm not gonna know this wave three is over until we get a break of structure, and the most recent structure break is right here on the 4 hour time frame. So this move down could easily be a crutch into this move up, just like this move down was a crutch into that move up, and this move down was a crutch into that. This move down was a crutch into that. This move down was a crutch into that. That right there was a little bit of important knowledge right there that I hope you guys understand. That's an extremely important thing to understand right there. So on the shorter time frames, I put my Fibonacci retracement on here. It kind of looked like it already made an ABC, but it was too shallow, wasn't it? It wasn't big enough. It probably is going to go down. It probably is going to go down to one of these lower fib levels before it goes up. That ABC correction wasn't really big enough. But boy, look at that trend. That's a perfect 5 wave trend right there. Man, that's like pizza perfect 5 waves. This is 3 waves down, so I bet this is going to be a flat. I bet it's three. I bet it's going to be a 3-3-3 pattern. 3 waves down, 3 waves up. Actually, probably 3-3-5 is what I mean to say. And then 5 waves down. I bet it's going to be 3-3-5 pattern, which is a flat. I bet it'll go down, take out this low by just a little bit, maybe the 38%, and then probably go back up. Definitely, definitely no reason to think it's going down in a big way as of yet. That's for sure. So let's see. Yeah, let's keep it going. Like I said, if anybody has any requests, especially things that I don't normally look at, feel free to put them in there. Where are we at? Hopefully I don't miss anybody. Aussie yen. I feel like I might have missed somebody. Oh man, Crizzy's been holding Bitcoin since 25,000. Wow. Congratulations, Crizzy. That's really good news. Congratulations. Crizzy has been in the group for a very long time, and I definitely thank you for the support. That is really good news. We're doing much better, thank you. Yeah, doing much better. I'm pretty much already healed. The wife is gonna be probably not healed for probably 6 weeks or so until she gets her cast off, but I didn't break anything, so I'm pretty much good to go. Aussie yen. Honestly, the Aussie yen is probably one of my least favorite pairs to tell you the truth, but it's definitely going down, but I'm not really sure how much it's going down. That's kind of the question. How much is it going down? It seems like it needs to go up again at some point. This is definitely impulsive down. So it looks like a wave A or a wave one. It does kind of look like it wants to go up, doesn't it? But I bet it's more likely to be an ABC correction. It's like a wave B or a wave two. Maybe wave B's are terrible looking. And then if it goes down and bounces off one of these two Fibonacci levels like this, I would be all about going long. But as of right now, I would think that it's going to possibly go up a little bit before it goes down. Because that is definitely a trend right there. It's probably more likely it's going to do this. I would expect something like that. Or if it really is a 1, 2, 3, maybe it's going to do this and just keep on going. But overall, I think it's probably more likely to go up, huh? I'm long on a couple Aussie pairs. I think the Aussie's finding a little bit of strength today. It looks like a trend for sure, like a wave A. This looks like 1, 2, 3 waves down, like a wave B. I bet it's going to go up for the next day or so to make a wave C, probably take out these highs, and then it's probably going to go back down. So I bet I would say it's probably going to look something along those lines right there. Let's see. Let's see. Aussie yen. DXY is taking so long. I don't really like I mean, I like the DXY, but I much prefer the FXCM US dollar index. This is what I use, the FXCM US dollar index. It's more equally weighted than the DXY. The DXY is not equally weighted. The DXY is like 57 or something percent, 58% the euro dollar. The DXY is literally almost exactly the same as the euro dollar, but in reverse. I mean, almost exactly. The US dollar is a little bit different, which is good because that tells me what the dollar is doing. I much prefer to know what the dollar is doing, so that way I can trade all these dollar pairs. If you trade the euro dollar exclusively, then yeah, the DXY is definitely the pair you should use for sure. But I do much prefer the US dollar index, definitely. DXY. It's just type in US dollar. It'll come right up. US dollar. The FXCM right here. The DJ also has one too, I guess. But FXCM is the one I use. It's pretty good. I mean, it's almost exactly the same as the DXY anyways. There's really not a whole lot of difference. It just has a little bit of a different high, a little bit of a different low, but it's really pretty much the same. It really isn't that much difference. Aussie dollar. I think the Aussie dollar is ending a correction too, in my opinion. I think this is very likely to be a trend. I think it's like a wave one. I think this is very likely to be a correction, like a wave two, an ABC correction. We had a nice impulsive move up with a break of structure. I think that's a one. This is probably a two. I think eventually on the daily, it's going to continue up on higher highs, higher lows for wave three is what I expect to see. Ooh, wow, the Aussie does look like it's going up, doesn't it? Man, wow, that does look like the end of a correction. That looks like a trend, wave A. That looks like a correction, wave B. That looks like a trend, 78% fib, impulsive move up. That does look like the end of a correction. I would expect it to at least go up and take out these highs now. Kind of makes you wonder what it's going to look like on Friday at non-farm payroll. That's for sure. I want to see what that's going to look like on Friday. I'm not really sure if I would go long now. I would probably have to see some sort of a pullback, maybe something like that. I don't think it's just going to keep on shooting up from here. Maybe it will, but I kind of feel like that's unlikely to happen. Yeah, we already did the euro dollar and gold. I analyze the euro dollar. I analyze the euro dollar and gold twice a day most of the time because I do my top three, my PM top three videos. So I do the euro dollar, the pound dollar, and gold usually twice a day. And I look at it during my members' meetings and everything. So I analyze the heck out of the euro dollar and gold. That's for sure. So I mean, the trend is definitely up. If you're not in the trade, then I would have to wait for some sort of a pullback. I mean, you could go down to a much shorter time frame. This is probably a wave A. I would probably expect it to go down and then probably up. So maybe tomorrow morning London session or maybe even Asian session since and we do have some Aussie news. Is tonight when we have Aussie news? Let's see. Today's the 5th. Yeah, we have Aussie news today. Maybe it'll go up at the Aussie news tonight, 12:30. Yeah, if anybody is interested in my membership, I'll put the link in the chats. Um, I'm launching a new website in a few weeks, but you can definitely join through my Patreon membership for now. Once the website is launched, I'm gonna start switching over from Patreon to the website. But yeah, you can definitely check it out. All the information is in there. My membership, I do daily live streams every single day, Monday to well not every day, not the weekend. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday I do a live stream at 7:30 in the morning, UK time, for about 90 minutes. And then on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday I do a live stream at 1 p.m. UK time. And I'm not a scalper. We don't take trades every single day in the live session, but when I see a trade, I definitely do enter a trade during the live streams. It also comes with a trading course. It comes access to my educational level library, and yeah, it comes with a lot of good stuff. So if anybody's interested, definitely give it a try. It's not really you don't have to commit to it. It's a monthly membership, but if you don't like it, you can definitely cancel at the end of the month, no problem. But yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to see. I bet the Aussie is going to pump up tonight. I bet, huh? Somebody who that person who requested this and wanted something else, right? Oh, the yo yen, that's right. Nah, the membership is definitely not free. No, it's $50 a month. So the Discord channel is free though. You can join my Discord channel 100% for free. You never have to pay a dime. The Discord channel is free for everybody. Now, that doesn't include all these live streams that I was just talking about or any of the trading courses or anything like that. But we currently have 4,700 members. This is my Discord channel right here. 4,700 members. I also live stream on Discord during these meetings if you want to watch it on Discord instead of watching it here. But it's probably better on YouTube because then I can see your comments. And today was a little slow. Yesterday was a little slow, but I mean, for the most part, it's a very active community of groups. But it doesn't get you access to any of the private channels. All these channels right here are for my members only. And I do share all my swing trades. Every single swing trade that I take, I tell the group when I'm taking it at the time that I'm taking it. So if anybody does want to follow along with my trades, they definitely are more than welcome to. It's definitely not a signal service, so don't expect that it's going to be a signal service. But anytime that I enter a swing trade, I do share it with the group, and I tell people that I'm getting in. I tell people where my stop loss is. The yen looked like it was turning down, but man, that's kind of common for the yen. It looks like it's turning, but then later on it just keeps on going up. So I don't know. I did think that the yen was turning, but now it's not really quite so convincing anymore, is it? It did kind of make a little bit of a Fibonacci bounce too, so I honestly wouldn't be surprised if the yen did keep going up. I think it needs to go up and touch this 223 area right around the 160, 163.8, 163.85 area, something along those lines. Definitely seems pretty likely at this point. And like I said, I did think that the yen was going down based on this yen basket, but hmm, every time you think the yen is going down, it just keeps going up. So it's hard to say. It definitely looks like it should go up, honestly. I don't know. I mean, it definitely looks like it needs to go up. So honestly, the euro yen could possibly keep going down. So, but yeah, it's kind of tough to say. It might actually go down over the next couple of days. It might actually be more likely. Maybe this really is a wave A. This really is going to be a wave B, and it goes down and makes a wave C, and then continues up from there. But it did make an engulfing move up at a Fibonacci level, and if it makes like a higher low right here, like a higher low, impulsive up, I would go long again. Even though it looks like it could go down, but it may not go down. It may just keep going up, in my opinion. It could easily just keep going up. Very, very easily. Oh, US dollar yen. Yeah, let's check out the US dollar yen. The US dollar yen right here. Yeah. I honestly don't trade the US dollar yen that much because it's kind of a mix. It's more of a yen pair than a dollar pair. Boy, definitely been sideways lately, hasn't it? Big time. I still think it needs to go up and touch this fib level. I still think at some point it is going to go up again. I don't know if it's going to be the yen that causes that or the dollar, but ooh, wow, look at that. Impulsive up, one, two, three waves down. That does look like it's going to go up again. There's probably a really good chance that's going to go up again. Oh man, it's probably possibly already going up actually. Yeah, wow. That's what happens every time you think the yen is going to go down. It just keeps on going up. It's like the Energizer Bunny. It just keeps going and going and going. That might be an ABC. Boy, it definitely did a big spike reversal right at the 61.8. That might just keep on going up towards that Fibonacci level I was just showing on the higher time frames. It's actually probably pretty likely that it will just keep going up, honestly, at this point. So yeah, I bet there's a good chance that's going to go up. I would be looking for higher lows on sort of time frames to get in. So let's see, did I miss anybody? I upload my videos between 11 a.m. and noon UK time, and my PM videos I upload between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. UK time. So yeah, it looks like I got everybody. We definitely already got gold, and we already got the euro dollar. So I think that's it. This is my third live stream today because I did a London live stream for my premium members. Like I said, I do live streams in the London session for my premium members. And then I did a New York live stream today for my premium members, 90 minutes long. And now this is my third live stream today. So I think I'm pretty well done for today. So I will be doing these live streams every Tuesday and every Thursday at 5 p.m. UK time and at noon New York time. So I hope to see you guys here. I mean, the point of these live streams really is to thank my members. Thank you guys for liking and subscribing to my videos. I make my videos on a daily basis, so I hope that you guys do like and subscribe to my channel. Makes a big difference. Really helps the YouTube algorithm push my channel out to new people. And I'm going to be doing these live streams on Tuesdays and on Thursdays. And if anybody does want to participate in the live streams I do for the London and New York session, then definitely check out the tab. And like I said, I do share all my swing trades with the group also. So, anyways, I will talk to you guys on Thursday, but I will be making a PM video in about 2.5 hours. I'll be making my PM videos. So if anybody wants to stop in for that, definitely check it out. If not, I'll talk to you guys on Thursday, or you guys can watch my videos tomorrow morning around 11 a.m., 11:30 a.m. UK time. So as always, happy trading and good luck to everybody.